Hi there, this is Zahira, and I'd like to talk to you a little more today about expressing your authentic emotions and not stuffing them inside or denying them or ignoring them. All right, so let's take a minute to talk about some of the results that could happen if you stuff your emotions or deny them. First, you could end up feeling a general sense of tension, anger, fear, depression, anxiety, just overall in your life. And you might not even be able to identify where it's coming from. You just feel generally depressed or generally stressed, etc. And that could be because you're not expressing your emotions when they come up in the moment. That could be because you're not expressing your emotions when they come up in the moment, so they're just kind of all building up. Okay? Another result of stuffing your emotions or not paying attention to them is that you may end up not speaking or acting in the best way, in the most enlightened way that you possibly could. So have you ever found that when you've been stuffing resentment, that one day all of a sudden really inappropriate things start coming out of your mouth, or you say little snippy comments because you've been biting your tongue and not expressing how you really feel, and then it starts to come out in inappropriate ways towards other people or maybe even towards yourself. So that's one thing that can happen. Another really important thing that can happen if you stuff your emotions or don't pay attention to them and don't express them is that you can store those emotions in your body. Now, if you're feeling anger, resentment, etc., any of those negative emotions, do you really want to be storing that negative energy in your body? Guess what happens if those negative emotions build up and build up and build up over time, energetically, then eventually they start to show up physically with chronic pain, acute pain, illness, and sometimes very serious disease. So this is not to scare you, it's just to help you to be aware that these things can happen. So if you spend your whole life stuffing in your emotions, sometimes it can show up in an actual physical illness or physical pain. So I think that's a pretty important reason to take the time to work through your emotions and express them and not stuff them. Because we want to stay emotionally healthy and physically healthy. And speaking of emotions, I didn't mention that not only could you develop a physical illness, but also mental and emotional imbalances or illnesses too. And that's just a possibility, not a definite, but we want to make sure that you stay healthy and strong and clear. So we want to take the time to move those emotions out when they happen so you don't hold them in, okay? So in the next blog, next time, I'm going to talk to you about some techniques and tools for how you can take really good care of yourself when some of those negative emotions arise.